we have arrived in Da Nang, Vietnam. It's right in the centre of the country on the main route from south to north. It isn't normally the most popular place for backpackers, hence why the price of this hotel is so cheap. Now the plan was to start filming tomorrow, however we've just checked in here and I've got to show you this room. So this is the view of our hotel. We've got the bed, which is wider than it is long. You've got a beautiful little seat and desk area. I can probably get some editing done there as well. But look at this as the sun is going down. You get a beautiful view of the skyline and the main river that flows through the city centre. However, it's the small things when you travel that are the most important. And for the first time since we landed in Asia, we have and can you believe all of this is only £12 a night? Incredible, incredible value. Like I said, I can only guess that the demand is so low for staying in Da Nang, and that's why the prices are just so cheap. Da Nang city centre is mental. It is so busy, but the reason why we're on a scooter and we're heading out of town is because we're off to the Barnard Hills. So we have arrived at the base of the cable car at the Barnard Hills. It's about 25 kilometres out of town. So it took us about 45 minutes on the scooter. Once you get past the crazy Da Nang city centre traffic, it actually isn't that bad a journey. But we're here nice and early. Hopefully we're going to beat some of the tourists. So that bike only cost 150,000 dong, which was half the price of getting the transfer via bus. Now that wasn't the only reason why we got the scooter. There was also two other reasons. If you book a tour, they get you here for the sort of similar time we get here. There is already quite a few coaches turning up, but they stay here all day, and we would like to actually leave a little bit earlier and try and explore some of Da Nang city later on today, because we're only here for one day. And the second reason was to beat all of the tourists. However, this place has only been open about an hour and already it's filling up pretty quickly. We did try and get up even earlier, but the hotel hadn't got our scooter ready in time, so that didn't help. But anyway, we're here. It's only been open an hour. We're about to go and get on the Barnard Hills cable car. So you can get tickets on the door, but we booked them for the same price through our hotel this morning and got them on a QR code, so pretty straightforward, and I think we can just go straight through and get on the cable car. I've got a funny feeling this is going to be very busy. The weather's also really nice today, because there's been reviews of late that with the cooler weather and some of the mist, some of the Barnard Hills are just covered in bad weather, so you can't get some good photos, but today looks really good. There already seems to be some confusion because the queue is growing wildly out of control, but people are just skipping it and fast tracking themselves with no one stopping them. a clue how Carly and I have just managed that, but we've skipped every single tourist. I'm thinking the other tourists don't want to walk as far to get to this one. And welcome to Barnard Hills. This is extremely strange. This is basically a French village in the middle of Vietnam's hills. This is just so unbelievably random. So it turns out the cable car queue that we skipped down at the base took us to a different cable car, which got us up to the main village, not the Golden Hands, because we wanted to go there first and try and skip all of the busyness. However, we've now got to get a second cable car back down again because they're further off the main resort. This place is like the biggest maze on top of a hill I've ever seen. Welcome to the Golden Bridge. This is the most Instagrammable thing that you'll probably see in all of Vietnam, and it is rammed full of tourists. This is only about 9:30, so it's still really early, but there is just so many people on this bridge already. I am not just saying it, but that was the single worst thing that we have done in this entire trip in Southeast Asia. The tourists shouting over you, pushing you out of the way. The sheer ugly side of Instagram comes out on that bridge. You just want a nice photo, that's all you want. But my God, the level of ignorance from other people, not good. So we might go back there later and see if it quietens down just to get a nice quiet photo, but yeah, really bad. So we're just walking through all of the random places back in the French village. The Wax Museum is 100,000 dong to pay to go in, so we're not doing that. And we're walking towards the fancy part, which I think is a kids area, but we're just exploring. And guess what? Got Michael Jackson. Why? I don't know. And for some reason as well, you've got David Beckham in his 20s. It's just strange. Oh, and I forgot the best one of all. Barack Obama. What on earth is this whole Sunwell Barnard Hills? It's just crazy. It jumps from touristy to fake dinosaurs to museums. It's absolutely bonkers. Everything's sort of fake, but it works. They were not wrong about 4 seasons in one day that they were saying on the tannoy. as we were coming up on the cable car. It was bright sunshine just an hour ago when we were on the Golden Hands, and now the mist has descended on the whole area. Good job I bought the jumper. Initially I thought I'd absolutely messed up, but I need it now. It's a bit chilly. Of course there's a Starbucks in Barnard Hills, but we thought we'd come here and have a drink. I just wanted to explain to you a little bit about this place because it is probably the most random place I've ever been. So when Vietnam was colonised by the French in the early 1900s, they built this resort as like fancy hotels at the top of the mountain, very similar to like Bokor Hills in Cambodia. And then it's had like a bit of a rebirth in the last 20 years and been taken over by this company called Sunworld. And now not only can you stay here, it's a bit of a theme park. The construction is non-stop at the moment, and of course it's a major Instagram spot as well. So yeah, we're going to walk around this fake French village and just imagine ourselves back in France, nowhere near Vietnam. If you've ever seen Jack Whitehall's Travels with My Father Series 1, he comes to Southeast Asia, and in one of the last episodes he comes to Barnard Hills and he comes to this cathedral. It's cool to see it on TV and then be here, but it's weird because it's a fake church, and it's probably the first or second church we've been in the whole of Southeast Asia, but it's just really strange to see all of the fake tiles and the fake sides. I mean, this is just plastic.
Here we have, I don't know.
Look at this view, guys.
Sorry for you.
So we have been around probably 3/4 of the park now, and it ranges from the most touristy, busy place we've ever been to absolutely no one here. It's such a strange place. It was sunny this morning, and now you can't see any of the attractions. It's just, I'm a little bit speechless about how random it is. Hold on, Carly's found something.
So this is what we've come to see.
Oh yeah, so there's the Atlas statue on the picture.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
There it is.
To be fair, I can see the colour.
If that's not an Instagram versus reality right there, I don't know what is.
We couldn't find the plaza, but I think it's there.
Out with the mist. It's actually quite cool, albeit a bit ridiculous.
Big reveal.
is the point in this building. It's massive. It must have taken years to build on top of this massive hill or mountain. I don't actually know what's here. I think there might be a theatre, but we'll have to have a look. We are back down at ground level, leaving the Barnard Hills. What a day. It felt like a day of two halves when we first got up there, and how busy it was, and the Golden Bridge was just awful. I thought, oh no, we've ruined a day here. We've spent way too much, because tickets are 900,000 dong each. So it's by far one of the most expensive things we're going to do this whole trip in terms of an attraction. But as the day went on, the more we explored, the more we saw, from the funny French imitation of a village to the spiritual zone where all the temples were, to the amount of rides you could go on. You know, we went on loads of rides today that were all free of charge. When you read reviews, they talk a lot about the having to pay extras, which you do on a few things, and obviously you got the food and drink as well, which isn't that expensive. I thought it'd be more expensive than it was. But overall, if you're coming through and staying in Da Nang City, I would definitely recommend going. I think it all comes down to, if you can afford 900,000 dong each for Barnard Hills, I would do it. If you're on a budget, you probably could skip through and miss it. But that is the end of this video. I hope you've enjoyed this one. It's something completely different to what we normally do. We've not been to a theme park this whole trip. But as always, we will see you in the next one.